Okay, Houston, we had a clean deployment as far as the rod's clearing and everything, but it's not laid out the way it's supposed to be, and we've got pictures of it on the VTR for you. Now, right at the moment, we've oscillated the rod in and out a couple of inches short stroke-wise rapidly, which has improved the deployment. But the problem seems to be as the folds in the material have taken too much of a set. And it is more fully deployed in the front across the upper skirt, but there are three folds emanating from the center deployment plate, one to each side and one towards the base skirt. So in effect, we have a trapezoid, which is the smallest dimension towards the base of the vehicle. Now, that's as far as we've gone. We're open for suggestions. I have the feeling that if we pulled it all the way in close to the vehicle, that it would touch in the back and along the sides. It might possibly help the folds out of the material, and that we then push her back out again and gently oscillate it in and out as we have in the past, which seems to improve it, but I think we've gotten about as much out of it as we're going to get. My guess is we've only got about 12 to 14 feet at the back end, with perhaps 18 to 20 at the front end, and I don't even know the dimensions of the sail.
Okay, the dimensions are supposed to be 22 by 24 feet.
Well, it's possible that we've got it completely backwards, and we could turn it 180 degrees. That would, which way do you want, which dimension do you want the 24?
24 is the length of it. 22 feet should be the width.
Okay. And it is, in fact, a square. I mean a rectangle.
Yeah.
Is that right, Houston? It's a rectangle?
Roger, it's rectangular, and the center of it, the hub is off-center on the rectangle. There should be the poles that are pointed back toward the ATM should be the ones that have a length without fabric on them.
That's the way it is.
Okay, we'll leap right into it. Here are the questions prepared by the newsmen in the order submitted. For Commander Conrad, what EVA plans are you considering now for freeing the stuck solar panel, and when?
Well, of course, I can't do anything without consultation with the ground, and my understanding is that they're looking at some possible things that we could do, and or if we can't, why, I'm sure that the other flight with the proper tools, now that we know exactly what's hanging it up, can get that solar panel out, even if we don't. And seeing we're only 28 days, our fuel cells will last 18 or 19 days, and we can go on reduced power after EVA, which is day 26, for deactivation, which is day 27, 28, 29. So we really wouldn't lose too much without it. However, I think that we can get it out with the right tools, and we've talked to the ground, and they are looking at various ways of getting it out down in the tank right now.
Roger. For Dr. Curran, would you please compare moving around in the workshop with the way you were able to do it in the simulator? And do you have any sense of up and down?
Okay, time and again in the last 2 days we've told each other that except for the view out the windows, it's just like the windsheet trainer. And in many ways that's true. The training was excellent. You do have a sense of up and down, and you can change it in 2 seconds whenever it's convenient to you. If you go from one module into the other and you're upside down, you say to your brain, I want that way to be up, and your brain says, okay, and that way is up. And if you want to rotate 90 degrees and work that way, your brain will follow you. I don't think it's vestibular at all. I think it's strictly eyeballs and brain, and it's remarkably efficient.
Roger. For Paul White, you seem to be having trouble with some of the food, like the asparagus and apricots. Would you explain why?
I'm having trouble with it. The menu is just more than I'm used to eating.
Roger. For Commander Conrad, based on an early assessment, do you now feel you can complete a full 28-day mission and carry out most of your experiments?
You betcha.
Okay, if you think it's a good idea or can do it, we'd like to get the TV out the window. If not, we would like you to explain some of the things in the wardroom to us. While you're doing that, for Dr. Curran, is the parasol smoothing out as expected in the sunlight?
Can't see it from in here, I'm sorry. Hey, this is really pretty out the window. I'm glad you asked about that. We're just passing over Puget Sound. It's a very clear day today. We can see Vancouver Island, I can see good old Whidbey Island, and Mount Rainier.
Okay, we see the Pacific coast there. For Paul White, you have been working on the probe and drogue today. Have you found anything that might cause you a problem with undocking?
We have not had a chance to get to the probe and drogue yet.
For Dr. Curran, why were you the only crew member who didn't swear when the first docking attempt failed?
I was too stupid to realize the serious implications of our problem.
This one's for anyone. Have you had any trouble with the toilet facilities?
No, we took us a while to figure out how you really got to work our super duper system in the workshop, but that was a little mechanical problem. We got that squared away, and we've had no problem.
For Commander Conrad, for listeners around the world, could you tell us some benefits that Skylab will bring to mankind?
Well, the first thing that's obvious to me is that man can work up here, and surprisingly enough, in the workshop, we are doing what I consider a lot more physical tasks, that is, exercising our muscles than I thought we would, which has been one of the problems that I thought we might have. And as you might expect, I think all of us are a little stiff from using muscles that we didn't expect to use and that we don't use on the ground to hold ourselves in the proper way to use the tools and everything. There's no doubt in my mind that all the Earth resources type things that we've talked about are going to work. I've just been eyeballing out the window here at 237 nautical miles, and we do pretty good with the Mark I eyeball. And I think with our sensors that we'll be able to do the tasks that we set out to do, especially the visual tracking. And, of course, we haven't been able to fire up the solar telescope yet, but I have understanding from the ground checkout that it all appears to be in good order, and I'm sure that we're going to bring good data back from that. So I'm looking forward to a successful flight at Skylab of 28 days. I think we overcame our problems, and I think we will improve on what we have if we get that other solar panel out. And right now we're in good shape, I think, to say 28 days and complete the flight. I think the biggest thing, though, is the fact that we've adapted so rapidly in this big tank. None of us have had any motion sickness, and we're remarked to each other on many occasions how much it seems to be like the simulator, except with the absence of gravity.
Roger, it's a very good show, Pete. We're just about to LOS. If you've got any last few things you want to say here before we lose comm.
Well, one nice thing I'd like to say is I sure appreciate all the hard work everybody put into this thing, because the vehicle is in excellent shape, was clean as a whistle inside. Everything so far is working to what we expect, and as far as the flight control team and the people that put it together, they did an outstanding job. So I guess the rest of it's up to us.
On behalf of them, then, we thank you.
Now you're behind it at an angle, see?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're in front of it. Now you're behind it. You're still behind it. That's the place to work, but you're still behind it. If you could just come over it right there, you're behind it. Now you're in front of it again. Wondering if you're still in front of it. Yeah, you got to go back behind it again.
There.
Now pull towards me. No, you're not on it, are you?
Well, it's a...
I'll tell you, when you think you're on, pull towards me, and that ought to pull it right to the base. No, you're not on it yet.
It's pretty thick, Rusty.
That's the trouble. That's trouble right there.
Okay, I understand that. Is there any other debris you can grab out there
That's
that's not
the
as
thinnest
thick?
thing he's working on. That's the trouble. The damn jaws aren't far enough open.
Try closing it, Rusty.
Hey,
Right now. Wait a minute. Hold it.
that do it?
No. Mostly because it pulled off while we were closing it.
The only other thing we can think of, Joe, is to make sure that they're fully open before you try to get it over. That'll give you the maximum chance.
Right. We're gonna take it back right now and reset it. Probably may not have to take it back. Let me pull on it and see if it'll reset.
You got a piece of wire that time, anyhow. You were on it.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I'm sure I am.
I wonder if we can we tell if it's fully open?
It looks fully open.
Okay.
It sure does. Now.
I still got the pull rope.
Okay. Hey, let's go back to work.
Yeah, take your time.
Hello? Okay, mostly because I'm in position and I don't want to... I'll tell you, I'll try it from the up now. Let me see.
You know, the best chance you have is as close to the base of this ass panel. That's where it's the narrowest.
Is that right?
But there's a wire bundle there. Yeah, I got the pole.
Okay. All right now?
Yeah. The pole's over your arm.
Okay. The way they said they were doing it?
Okay, Pete, just for your information, you still got plenty of time here to sunset. You got 29 minutes left.
Yeah, we're not sweating anything. I'll tell you, Rusty, the strap is oriented in the where's Joe? Don't wait a minute. Drop. Let me get the pull line again.
Okay.
The strap happens to be oriented in such a manner, even though it's not wide, it's presenting its widest side to the cutters.
Okay.
I can't see, Joe, although I'll try. Now that you change positions.
If I can bear against it, that'd be all right.
I'm not in too bad shape to steer this pole myself. Here. Now I got a hand on it, son of a gun, myself, to steady it. How's that? I can steady it.
That's what it'd be.
Left, right.
Bert?
You do the fore aft. Let me do the left, right. You gotta steer me because I can't see.
Yeah, wait a minute. I got a little torque on my body that's holding this from coming the way it wants.
Well, that may be me.
No, it isn't you.
Tell you, Rusty, it looks like if we ever get it on the strap, we got it made because I can see the rest of the meteorite panel, and most of it's underneath and looks relatively clear.
Okay, if you can hook on anything at all out there.
I understand.
Yeah, it's not oriented to do that, and we understand.
Okay, and for your information, we're about 30 seconds from LOS, and you got 26 and a half minutes of day left. And we're going to pick up a Vanguard at 5-4. That'll be after dark.
Where are you going, Joe?
I can't stabilize myself on this side. I just can't do it.
Yeah, rest. I'll tell you what, Joe. Where's your umbilical with respect to mine? I see it. Where are all of you? Wait.
Let me try straddling it like this.
Wait, we're getting umbilicals and everything else. I'll twist it over.
I think this may do it. Right here.
It's been 2 hours and 26 minutes since the hatch has been opened. Crew is in daylight now. 54 minutes of daylight remaining. We don't know what has been transpiring naturally, and won't know till we get to Goldstone. During the height of the activity in an attempt to secure the cable cutters, Joe Kerwin's heart rate did reach a high of 150, and the flight surgeons say his metabolic workload peaked at 2,000 British thermal units. They would not like to see a sustained period at those rates or at those workloads, However, they believe he has had sufficient time to rest, particularly during the darkness, the night side of this pass. We're 13 minutes away from AOS now. We'll come back up a couple of minutes prior to Goldstone acquisition at 17 hours 50 minutes GMT. This is Skylab Control.